Hey guys, so I love this new build we're going to look at today. I'm not sure about you, but I feel like sometimes AD carry can be a bit stale building the same pretty much every single game. This Varus build looks probably weird, but it is really fun and it's a bugger to play against. It does a lot more damage than you think. I played a little bit of it recently, but if you want to see it in action instead of just like me explaining it, let me know and I'll do a more gameplay focused video sometime this week. Honestly, if you watch this clip right now, it feels so good to build Zhonya's and cockblock this Rengar, but it actually be a legit build. AP Varus isn't really anything new, but building sort of how we do normally anyway, and then swapping to ability power halfway through the game is a little bit different, I think. There is this master or challenger player in Korea doing this, which is where I saw it from. He builds Rage Blade and Wit's End every game like normal, takes normal runes and everything like that. After that though, he moves into ability power items for the rest of the game. Death Cap, Void Staff, Banshees, Zhonya's, whatever fits in the game, and it's actually sick. It is a tank shredding build, like it absolutely annihilates tanks, which is so good. It doesn't feel different to play. There is nothing different about this. It's easier to play if anything, actually. Normal full attack speed Varus isn't the easiest to teamfight with. You have to position really well and kite very well at the same time, and this is not as hard to do that. It also scales really well. You end up doing a lot of damage with this, even late game, and there is a mix of AD and ability power damage, which means a tank cannot just stack armor or magic resist against you. They're going to need both. You build attack speed with Rage Blade to start, right? Then you stop building 4 auto attack damage after 2 items, and you get AP. That makes no sense. Actually, though, it doesn't work like this. Because you're Varus, you are boosting your auto attack damage with AP. Rage Blade has 74 AP on it anyway when fully stacked. That's almost as much as a lot of AP items give, like Leandri's or Morello. Wit's End does 42 bonus on hit magic damage, and it also reduces the target's magic resist by 30 MR. Both of these items I think are key to making it work as well. After that then we move on to the AP. Now W is known for the blight stacks, right? There's actually a second part to it, or a first part to it, which is what we're going to be using as well. Up to 26 bonus magic damage on each basic attack, increased by 25% of our ability power. That feeds into Rage Blade and adds on top of Wit's End damage, which is 42 bonus. So with just 100 ability power, that is 93 bonus magic damage per auto attack. And with the Rage Blade, every 2 auto attacks, you would deal 279 before magic resist. The other part is the obvious AP synergy that most people know, dealing percentage damage with your blight stack. So per stack, it deals 5% base and then 2% for every 100 ability power that you have. So at 300 AP, that will be 33% of their maximum health if you pop 3 blight stacks on them. Yes, it is reduced by magic resist, but that is why you build a Void Staff and why you have Wit's End reducing their magic resist by 30 as well. That is where the AP comes in. That is why it works. That is why it could even be better than the normal build actually. You lose things like AoE damage from your Runins if you built that, or the lifesteal from Blade the Ruined King. With that normal build as well, you are kind of just a right click and auto start champion in fights. With this build though, you can be dealing upwards of 30% of their maximum health and can be dealing upwards of 400 bonus damage every 2 auto attacks with Rage Blade stacked. It's actually even better as well. Your ultimate has 100% AP ratio, so when you hit that thing, if it's rank 3 with 300 AP for example, it will deal like 550 damage. It also applies 3 blight stacks over 1.5 seconds on its own, so if you pop those after, that's 550 damage from your ult, right? Plus 30% or more of their maximum health. This is the thing that kind of surprised me, like how well you scale into the game, even late game. If it was just a percentage damage, I don't really think it would work that well, but because the on-hit damage uses 25% of your AP as well, and just because you auto attack so fast and you have a Rage Blade, that adds a lot of auto damage without building more auto focused items like we normally would. This makes the build now really a well-rounded machine. You shred tanks especially with the percentage damage, right, even though it applies to everybody, but you nuke squishies like the enemy AD carry or enemy mid laner with the flat on-hit damage. You also get all the benefits of the AP items, which is a massive thing, like Banshees, right? It's really common for this guy to build, giving you more magic resist, some cooldown reduction, but obviously the shield to block any crowd control. It kind of makes up for your lack of mobility, one of Varus's biggest problems, and having a big shield for him is so good. Zhonya's is really similar, like a defensive item that boosts your damage output at the same time. With these two especially though, instead of like a Runin, you can survive better while still outputting really good damage. After that, you have things like Death Cap if you're ahead and you just want to stack up a ton of damage, Void Staff if they're building magic resist to stop you. You can still build AD items if you want to and swap back. Like that's the really good thing about this build. You can swap between the items. Mercurial Scimitar, for example, is really good if you need the QSS or something, and it's not going to hurt you to stop building AP and go back to that. if you're going to do this, this is what a build would really look like, or the plan for it anyway. Rage Bait into Wit's End, that's how the build is going to start. At this point, you're still going to be really strong. You're playing normal Varus. Honestly, it only gets to AP from like 3 items into like mid to late game. Your choice of boots is really up to you. Attack speed is not really needed with this build that much, so Merc Treads or Tabby probably are really good. Then we go for the AP items. Banshee, Zhonya's makes a lot of sense if you're in any kind of danger, especially in mid-game team fights, which are really important. Deathcap is like your heavy AP item, just to give you loads more damage. Void Staff will really help make all that AP do more damage if they have Magia Resist. He doesn't really build any other AP items at the moment. Nash's Tooth could be good if you want more attack speed, or like Leandri's probably for the damage ramp up that they added Pajago. Basically, this build is something very different to try, but actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it, and is going to put out as much, if not more damage over a fight, just in a little bit of a different way. That is pretty much why it works though, and what to build. If you want to try this, let me know if you want to see it in action in a gameplay video, but for now, I will leave you with the robots.